Sometimes there are things that they're sick and they're not going to get well. The business model is broken. The industry is not going the way. And the hardest ones, it may be a person. You've done everything to try to turn them around, this, that, and the other. You're attached to them. You love them. But they don't fit tomorrow because there's some issues that they're not resolving. I remember, I'll never forget this. This is a particular situation where a father started a company and it got big and he was grooming his son to be the CEO. And it had him in a succession plan. And he walks out on the factory floor one day and he sees his son angrily berating some employees. And he motions for him to come up to his office, and he sat him down. He said, David, I wear two hats around here. First hat I wear is I'm the boss, and that's who I am. And second hat is I'm your father. And sometimes I wear the father. And he said, right now I got to put on my boss hat. And he looked at me and he said, you're fired. I will not have the company that I've built and the values that I have and how we love our employees and take care of them, I won't have them berated and treated like that. And we've told you about this over and over and over. We've tried to get you help. I've tried to send you to coaching. We've had HR talk to you and you won't go. You say it's not a problem, this, that, and the other. It is. You haven't heard it. I've done everything I know to do. I won't allow it to ruin the future of this company. I'm sorry you're fired. And then he says this, but let me put my father hat on for a second. Puts his father hat on. He says, son, I heard you just lost your job. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. How can I help you? And when I heard that story, I remember saying, there's so much right with that. I don't even know where to start, because he knew what he had to do, that there were some things, we try to help people. We try to turn projects around. We do everything. But there is a time, like Ecclesiastes says, there's a time to give up and stop searching for the answer, because they're not going to come to the party. And there are people standing in the way of your tomorrow that you've tried everything, or there are business models. I mean, I'm an author. If you had told me a handful of years ago that borders would not exist, I would have said, you're crazy. But you know what? They didn't see the digital age taking over the way we buy books. Some people did, they didn't. So there are some business models that aren't going to work in tomorrow. The way you're marketing, the way you're distributing, the way you're, everything, it's not going to work tomorrow. That business model is sick and it's not going to get well. And it's time to pull the plug on that one.